Time for your 645 Culture Report. Frank Ski, Jade, Novah, JR. Let's get to it. First of all, okay. I know Reggie Bush meant well.
Oh, Reggie. What you doing, friend?
There's a lot of folks out there that you mean well or you don't even know what you do. But, okay, Reggie Bush he and his wife thought that they were doing something good because the late, great Nipsey Hussle was loved by so many people. So he decided to start a GoFundMe page for Nipsey Hussle's family. Okay, right. Before you all say, hey, that's a good idea, he actually put up the first $10,000.
Yes, he did.
And he was going to raise $100,000 on the GoFundMe page. And the funds would go to Nipsey Hussle's children. But the family told him, don't do it.
Multiple times.
Everybody is still grieving. Like, they don't want to do that. Like, come on, y'all. Unless the family tells you it's okay, let the family do a GoFundMe page.
Facts.
Yeah.
Let Lauren London put up a GoFundMe page.
Facts.
Reggie Bush, you don't need to put up a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
It has since been deleted because of all the controversy, and people were like, inappropriate.
Yeah.
What you think about it?
Yeah, I think it's inappropriate because especially like you said, right now the family's grieving. They're telling you to do something and you're still doing whatever it is you want to do. Like, that cancels out the help you're giving.
We must be out of football season. He must be bored looking for something to do. They told him multiple times, don't do it.
He could have just donated
and kept
to the family.
Yeah, you donate. Why are you asking like people who don't make as much as you to donate, and you can just donate the $100,000 yourself if you want to make a good gesture? But you know, they say that one man's trash is another's treasure. But in this case, I think it's the opposite. Wendy Williams was shady boots when she delivered Kevin Hunter's divorce papers in the form of a present. But not just a present, y'all. It had like multiple bows on it. Yes, yes. So the source says that when Kevin excitedly opened the box thinking it was a gift of some sort, the process server uttered those famous words, "You've been served," and then wah, wah, wah. Realized that wasn't no present, friend. That's really some papers for you.
Wow.
That's petty.
I mean, it's kind of funny, though.
It's funny, but it's
kind
petty.
of funny. Could you imagine him like a little kid, like there's bows on it and like ribbon flying, and then the dude's like, "You got served," and then just goes in a corner?
I can't imagine being served divorce papers and it coming in the form of a present.
With both, not
Well,
just one
the
bow.
question
That's
is,
demoralizing.
the question would be, whose idea was it to do it?
She's like, you know what? We should do it in a present. Give him a present.
Maybe it wasn't Wendy's idea. Maybe the process server was like, couldn't get to do this is the best way to do it. They come up with some creative things.
They do, because people, like, if you're not physically given the papers, then you can just flee. Like, you didn't get the like subpoenas or things like that, right? So they gotta get creative.
They gotta get creative.
I would cry if I was served like that. We all know Coachella. The first weekend went down this past weekend. Jaden Smith had a special guest up on the stage with him. I'm gonna tell you in a second. First of all, his set was bananas.
Oh, it was crazy.
He did his song Icon. I'm just Icon living. He came down on a floating Tesla.
I saw that.
The Tesla comes down onto the stage at Coachella, and then who's dancing around the car?
Who?
Jordyn Woods.
Jordyn Woods.
Yes, Jordyn from the whole Tristan Thompson situation.
Red Table Talk.
She has a mask on, like covering her mouth and her face. She put it up on social media. She's dancing around the car with a whole bunch of security around her. Like, I guess people were afraid that somebody was going to have some reaction to just go do something. So
she had a mask on. Would y'all know it was her anyway?
You know, she was putting it all on social media.
Oh, okay.
She put up images of her dancing around in her mask, and then you saw her on stage. You probably wouldn't know who she was just by a glance.
Yeah.
But she's obviously trying to be back out there on the scene, but still trying to also protect herself.
Wow.
It's wild out here.
It's wild out here.
Oh, boy. 650, that is your Culture Report. Why?
Because we're doing it for the culture, Frank.